Okay, so it is the day of the Yuno banner. Now, obviously, as you guys know, we looked at the trailer the other day, and it looked absolutely amazing. Yuno is one of these characters that is definitely standing out for me, and I don't think I've had a character like this who has stood out for me in a long time, since probably about, like, what, Carlotta, maybe Cantarella. Again, you know, there's a lot of characters, you know, that come out that are great and look amazing. I mean, you know, there's so many between Carlotta and Yuno, but, you know, there's, every now and again, there's a character that I like really like for whatever reason that may be, and Yuno is one of them. I don't know what it is about her. I just like her design. I like everything to do with her. You know, her voice acting is great, and honestly, yeah, I think, you know, I am very excited to go and pull for her today, as you know, she will be out as the banner is currently out right now. But it seems like Wuthering Waves are proving people wrong, as a lot of people have been worried about the state of the game recently, especially considering, you know, obviously a little bit of a drier kind of patch. And obviously a lot of people are, you know, more focused on stuff like the TOA and everything like that. Now, you know, people have seen the revenue charts and stuff, and it has gone down slightly, and obviously this is concerning people, but I don't think it should concern people. I think it's one of these things that, you know, people look too much into, because again, there's always going to be fluctuations in how well a game does. But it seems like Yuno has been actually breaking some records here for Wuthering Waves, which I think is absolutely amazing. In this post by Narashio, who puts up, Yuno's banner has officially topped the ranking of the App Store's top 200 free apps, which is absolutely insane. Like, that's mental. Obviously, I don't know exactly what it's based off, whether it's based off downloads or revenue or whatever, but I'm pretty sure it is revenue, seeing as it is based off of Yuno's banner. But again, as you can see here, you can see some of the top kind of apps here, and they're beating out some of the, you know, things that we use every day. For example, like ChatGPT, you know, Gemini, Burger King, you know, Threads. They're beating out some of the most popular apps used by literally everybody, and they are literally killing it by being on number one, which I think is absolutely crazy, you know. And I think, you know, it's insane that they've managed to do this. Now, obviously, this is over in Japan only. This isn't over in everywhere. But again, you know, I still think it is insane, and there is very few games up here that actually are able to do that. For example, we have this one game here, which is Rebirth. I've never heard of it before, but again, obviously that is very popular over in Japan, right? And that is the only other game, I'm pretty sure. Oh, and Block Blast, obviously. But all the other ones, you know, are like actual useful tools that people use in their day-to-day. For example, like, you know, Threads and Family Mart and other things like that. And Line, like Line is a very popular app. I think this might be a kind of a different app made by Line, but you get what I mean, right? Again, they're beating out all of these top apps in terms of, you know, revenue, I'm pretty sure. Again, it might not be revenue, it could be through downloads, but they are definitely beating them in terms of some kind of top charts. Now, obviously, that has gone down now, considering that it has been a little bit of time, but it is great to see that there is a spike for Yuno, and that she could possibly be a high-selling banner, because, again, I was a little bit worried that potentially she wouldn't be, because of the fact of, you know, things have been a little bit slower. Some people haven't been pulling as much, and obviously Augusta, I don't think got as much attention as maybe some people thought she was going to get. So, but it is good to see that Yuno is getting this attention that she deserves, and that, you know, obviously Wuthering Waves deserves in general. Now, I see a lot of people saying saw it coming. Everyone was saving for her. That's why Augusta sold less than anticipated. And after Yuno's marketing yesterday, the showcase, people became more interested. That was such an awesome one, and that is 100% true. I think that honestly, as I said, Yuno is a character that I've really wanted for a while now, and I was actually pretty low on you know, kind of gems, asteroids, sorry, and obviously, you know, I didn't really know if I was going to be able to pull for Yuno, due to the fact of, you know, me pulling for Augusta and her weapon, because again, I wanted both the characters, and at the time I thought, oh, maybe I could just like pay for both of them, but to be honest, at the moment I don't really want to, but it seems like I might have to after seeing that Yuno trailer, because the Yuno trailer actually really helped me in my decision of like, yes, you have to get this character now, which again, I think is crazy that the trailer could even do that. And obviously, I've had that a couple of times with some of the Wuthering Waves characters where you see a trailer and where I've been a little bit unsure on whether to pull for them. I've been like, yeah, you know, they look cool, but I don't know if I pull for them. I think I could probably, you know, live with skipping them. And then you see the trailer and it's like, oh, damn. I need to pull for this character, you know, I need to pull for this character right now, I need to swipe, which I think is, yeah, obviously a great indicator for Wuthering Waves to, you know, say that, hey, these trailers are working, but obviously terrible for me whenever I have to, you know, shell out some money for that. But essentially, yeah, you can see as well, this is the Google Play rankings over in Japan as well, with Fate Grand Order taking number 1 and Genshin Impact taking number 2, as well as Uma Musume in 4th, Nikkei in 9th. Now, Wuthering Waves didn't make as much of a hit on Google Play, which I think is okay, but they are down in 47th. So again, yeah, they're still beating out a lot of very popular apps, you know, down there, which I think is amazing. And obviously, maybe that will go up over time as people start to pull for this character. So again, obviously, I'll be keeping an eye on some of those kind of things, because again, I think it is amazing that they have managed to even reach this height over on iOS. And I think it is also important to kind of understand here that, you know, many people, as I said, get worried about the revenue on like mobile and things, but I really don't think it's that big of a deal, especially considering how big the Wuthering Waves PC audience is. If you think about how, you know, the Wuthering Waves players that you know, the Wuthering Waves creators that you know, how many of them actually play and order off of you know, kind of mobile? Not very many of them, you know, and it is mostly a PC orientated game, so people worried about that kind of aspect of things should also remember that there is a whole PC side to this, which, you know, a lot of people don't consider because the statistics don't really come in for that, and so again, it doesn't get talked about enough. But I think that, you know, them being able to get to the top of the 200 on the App Store is absolutely insane at the same time, because again, you factor in this, but also on top of, like, you know, the PC side of things, you've also got, you know, other platforms too, for example, like PlayStation, you know, that never gets very kind of considered, which again, you know, I haven't even checked in on how the PlayStation is doing, how the reviews and stuff are over there, because obviously we did do a lot of covering of that whenever it first got released, but again, you know, they have multiple platforms now with multiple kind of streams of income, which again, just another kind of achievement like this just proves how well they are doing, and, you know, how much they can continue to go on and yeah, just kind of you know, do great, which I think is, you know, amazing. People saying good, more funds for game improvement. Kuro won't build a nuclear reactor. Said EOS soon, guys. That I was totally hyped to get Yuno, but instead I ended up with a line dancer. Again, lots of people being affected with the curse of Ling Yang there. Obviously, people saying EOS is coming. All kneel for the great era of Solon. Said the wife is truly the best. It says, how is ChatGPT topping charts since it's only monthly subscription? Again, that you'll be surprised at the amount of people that'll pay a monthly subscription to ChatGPT. You know, they do make a lot of money off that app. That's why it's so popular right now. It said feet cells, I guess. It says we all know why she's truly amazing. So said, what is a Yuno? Someone's been out of the loop for a little bit. But yeah, again, you know, you think about all of these apps, and, you know, obviously the big apps, for example, like Instagram or probably not Facebook anymore. That's probably an old thing. Like Twitter, things like that, right? They're not very high up on the list, due to the fact of how little kind of income they do make. Again, I don't even know how Threads have gone up on there unless they have some kind of payment system on there. But again, you can see that a lot of these are paid apps mostly, or use some kind of payment inside the app. For example, like Family Mart, I'm sure that you can pay through the app and things like that, maybe. So again, that's probably why. The same with Burger King and stuff like that too. So again, I would definitely consider that as well whenever it comes to these rankings. It's based off of I think revenue, so again, it does kind of make sense that it would be at the top, but it's still very cool to see it outperforming you know, massive companies like ChatGPT. I think that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, that is an update on this entire banner. Obviously, I'll keep you guys up to date if there's anything else going on with it, and yeah, just pray for me because I'm going to be pulling for Yuno later. I really hope I do get her, because again, she does look like an amazing character. But yeah, that's about all I got, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So, see ya.